Welcome back everybody to another episode of Forest Village with me, Vapor. And first of all, I'd just like to apologise how long it's been since I've last done an episode. What with doing George and having a really hectic time at work at the moment, yeah, this has gone to the wayside. Because I agreed with Noble Rambler and Night Ghost that we would all, if we had the series of George, we would do an episode every day, so that had to take priority, and unfortunately some of my other things have gone to the wayside a little bit. I'd like to say that George is now with Night Ghost, but it's not. I've got to do at least 1 or 2 episodes more maybe, because he's not very well, but I do plan to start getting this out again. I'm not going to do this as a daily series. I'm thinking every other day, or maybe twice, 3 times a week, because from what I can see, there's a bit of a lack of content at the moment in the game, but there's plenty of learnings for me to be making in this game, so that's where it's going to be. But yeah, so I think expect it maybe every other day, every 3 days, just depends. But I will endeavour to get a few episodes out a week, for those of you that are enjoying watching it. And also, thank you very much for all the ideas. I didn't realise when I placed this, but it was noted. I've placed it right in the area that I'm probably going to expand. When you think about it, I don't know if I can flatten this mountain. I probably could, so I could probably expand north and come this way into this area. But this probably would have been the more logical area because it is insanely flat and it would probably be a lot easier. So I'm going to leave it there for now because I don't intend on expanding too much. And I'll probably rebuild it over here and do some roads and things. But the Gatherer's Hut was suggested as a very good idea to have from the get-go. Now again, I do believe that this needs to be placed in an area where there's trees and things, so it's got a huge area of effect. So my only comment is with this: if I placed it out here, the people that are working there have got a long way to walk. So would you be inclined to build a house? But if you build a house, you then need a barn, so there's lots of things you've got to consider there. So for the moment, I'm going to place it somewhere in here. It's still a bit of a walk, and I will add some roads, but it makes sense. The only thing is the barn is quite far away again. I'm hoping I can get this in somewhere without, there we go, without having to flatten the land. A little bit of it goes into the water, but I think it'll do us okay. Let's just slow the game down a little bit. So we're in spring. This is paused. I feel like I've not saved the game because I'm pretty sure that was built last time I was playing. I think, yeah, I feel like I've stepped back a little bit. So let's get this going. So potatoes, okay. Put the builders down to 1. So we got no farmers. So we're in spring, so we'll take the fishermen away. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll put 2 in this one, 2. And we were doing flax. I'm going to do 1 for the moment because we haven't really got the people just yet. Let's unpause all these. And what else can we do? When do we need? Well, let's take 1 forester away. Is that everybody? So I was told that once the temperature goes, I think it was above 0 degrees, which is not quite yet, that's when I can start planting. But I'm going to have them ready because I think that's just a safe thing to do. I didn't assign them all, so I need 5. So they're ready to go. I'm pretty sure they're not going to start planting right now. You never know, I guess. Somebody also mentioned about roads. So have I ever considered watching the direction that people go and building the roads that way? Usually I do, but around here and here, I think I built one here. That seems like the direct route that people would be taking pretty much. If I had my way, I'd probably line this entire area with roads, just so they move around the town very quick. So make it like just 1 complete road, if that's even possible. But I do need to run one kind of to about there and then come in diagonally, so we'll do that shortly. I don't want to do it just yet though. So what do we need for this? We need a little bit more logs, but we've got everything else. But we don't need it just yet anyway because we haven't actually got the flags. Okay, so we're at 2 degrees, so they're going to start working. Fantastic. So we got one person in there, and where did I place it? Placed it, there it is. So that's going to need not too much material actually, surprisingly. But now I've probably got next to nobody doing anything. Right, the fisherman. Oh, there's fish left in there. Well, that's a little bit, a little bit annoying. I hope it doesn't deteriorate and go off. Pies were also mentioned as well, so I might take a look at those at some point. Apparently, you don't need the windmill to actually make those. Sorry, I just need to wet my whistle. I don't know why, but every time I seem to go to talk on the microphone recently, my nasal passages bung up and I get very dry mouth. I don't know why. I think it's because it's still very warm, so there we go. Everyone's doing what I need them to do. The only thing I could do is probably take control of some of the teenagers, because we've got quite a few children in there. We've got loads of fish. The bread is still at 900, so we've not even gone into that. I don't know if that's their preference or not, but we've still got 366 vegetables. The fish has hold its own, and the bread. So at the moment, we're coping. So I could think, well, maybe, you know, maybe build another house, but I don't want to do it just yet. I really don't. I want to go for a whole winter and still see quite a lot of food in here, and just kind of judge for myself what we're using, because I think I'm pretty much full now. 1, 2, 3, 4 of 6. So 2 more people can go in that one. Well, that's interesting. At least it tells you. So we're not full yet. So there's no real point in expanding immediately, because we're going to get at least another 2 people there, and the teenager, that's, oh, it's Annabelle. Need to check in with Annabelle and see what she's up to, but obviously not working yet. So there's another 2 people there possibly that can work, another one, and I get that people are going to age and die, but as long as we've got, you know, a nice balance between the 3 things, I think we'll be okay. Right, let's see. I'm more interested in this. Okay, so still a lot of wood to come. So any spare people are obviously going to come out here, which is more than likely going to be the builder. We've still got a forest to go in. The question is, are they chopping things down or are they planting? Now you can usually see, because it puts a little X on the tree that they're going to chop down. Okay, that's a child, I think. Oh no, that's the forester. So what are you actually doing? Maybe they're just, when they're just standing there, maybe they're planting. Where did she go? She disappeared into the woods. There she is. Can I just pinch you a minute? Oh, I do love this. This is one of my favourite things of this game. Let's get a tree chopped down. That's quite a big one, so that's going to give us quite a few logs. We need to get the weaver's hut built before winter, because that way we're going to make some clothes, which then means we'll probably use less firewood, based on what I've been told, and that also makes sense. So fingers crossed. My goal here in this series isn't to build something aesthetically pleasing, and simple fact is, I don't know how to play the game properly, and on top of that, there isn't a lot of things in the game that I can use to make it look pretty. So we're going to go for kind of as efficient as I think I can get it, which isn't always going to work because, like I just said, I don't quite know what I'm doing yet, and I don't know what works best. So we'll just keep at it. Wow, this tree is taking an age to chop down. Now I wonder if that depends on the tools she's using as well, because at some point we need to make some wooden tools, I think. Doesn't feel like she's getting anywhere. I wonder if I come out of her body now, will she carry on? Yep. So I didn't need to actually stay in that screen. I could have just started chopping and then left. That's really good to know. Oh, Annabella's grown up and is ready to work. What did the fox say? Made that weird screeching noise. I don't know about what they say, but the noise. Okay, so Annabelle, you can be... Oh, we were upgrading this as well, weren't we? So is it upgraded? No, we didn't do it because we didn't have the resources. That's fine. I'm tempted to put Annabelle as a forester, because that makes more sense. There's no point making a builder at the moment. Oof. the storms. So have we got anyone? That's Annabelle. Off she goes. First day at work, first day on the job. And Annabelle is going to be the one that I watch the most, I think. The only problem is, like I say, oh, she got some fish. you can't follow the family tree of people, and it'd be hard for me to tell when she's had children and who she's with, because people just move around willy-nilly. So she's got no clothes, and I don't blame her. In this weather, I don't think I'd come outside unless it was a lot more sunny. The poor old farmers have got to keep going. How are they doing here? Oh, there's 2 farmers on there. Okay, so we need to drop that to 1. Because we need another farmer on here, really. Right, what are we at now? So 81 at the moment. I'd probably like to get that to about 200-ish before I tell them to harvest. That's going to give us so many potatoes. That'll be unreal. Okay, are we here? Yes, fantastic. So the weaver's hut is coming along nicely. And this... yeah, we're probably missing quite a few resources, yep. That won't take long to get. I am pondering next season, because I could do food, but I'm pondering growing grass for a season and just filling up the barn. Or the warehouse. It'll be the warehouse, won't it? Oof. Almost killing my farmers. And then we need to kind of look into the mines and stuff, which are in here. And let's collect resources. Get rid of program vapor. Oh man, that's probably like the best area around here. Depends how long it takes them to mine it out. There's nothing really... oh, some good stuff out here. Maybe I'd build one out here. Yeah. Someone was saying, like, the biggest downfall of this game is when you expand. If there was food here, and let's say a house was all the way over here, and there was a barn here. If there's no food in the barn here, they're not going to walk all the way across here to get it, so they'd probably starve to death. So it's almost like you have to reproduce your whole town every time you do it. So I don't think there's anywhere around here for... what is a clay mine as well? You'd assume clay would be more predominant along the coastline. It's probably randomly generated. That's not a bad area. Was it 5 something? But usually kind of rivers, coastline. What was it? That's all we checked. Stone. And that's a good place. Do you know, I might even sneak that right into town, because it's really good. In there looks quite high. In fact, if you look, remember I assumed it was red and yellow. There's actually a green as well. You can just about see there. So green would probably be the best, yeah. And again, you'd probably assume the higher up you go, the more abundant this stuff would be. I might actually put that in town. I don't know if I want to build it yet, because it takes ridiculous amounts of logs. But I think we might put it in here somewhere. Okay. A baby has been born, so that means we've got 1 spot left. Like baby Robert. And how's the builder getting on? Slowly but surely. I think we'll just speed it up again. I think when you're not really doing much and you're just watching like this, I think as long as you've got a good grasp of everything and you've got your food and things, ×5 isn't a bad speed, because it's watchable and you can still see what's going on and things happen a little bit quicker. So how are we doing here? Right, I think we're going to start harvesting. Now it's late spring, so I think once we've done that, we've got 2 options. We either make that farmer the weaver, or we start growing some grass, and we'll probably get the grass done before the end of the season. Does it tell you? No, I don't want to select anything else while it's doing it. But yeah, it's tough. Tough call, and I don't think anybody's going to grow up in time. Okay, so what did we need over here? We needed just a little bit of, is it hay? It is hay. And a tiny bit of ore or stone. Okay. So let's mark some of that up ready. 3, 6, that's probably enough. And it was stone, wasn't it? 2. I feel like some of this stuff reappears, but maybe it doesn't. Oh, there we go, that's plenty enough. And then we're just waiting for the logs, but as this building is doing its work... Oh, we're on planting only. There we go. And that explains a lot. So our tree has been marked for destruction. That explains it. I wondered why they weren't chopping trees down. Food reserves are low? How are food reserves low? That's not low. What is that about? That is a little bit worrying if that's a glitch. That's the most food I think I've ever had. Oh, we've got 21 tools. That's good. We haven't got any clothes, but that's what we're going to tackle soon. I wonder if it means a specific type of food is low. Because the fish pie is quite low. I'm not sure. I don't quite know what to make of that. Let me know if you've seen that before. And if you kind of understand what it is. I think it's probably a glitch. Is that another baby as well? No. In fact, it is. But this house was full a minute ago. Somebody died. No. Rather odd. Okay, have we got any teenagers we can pinch? I don't think we have. Child. Can you click on... I don't think you can you? No. Just tells you where they live. So they literally probably don't exist until they become a teenager. I wonder what's out here. Or... could build a bridge out here. It's a nice flat area. Maybe have a forestry node or something out here. Potentially some mining if the resources are right. Or maybe not. We could farm. Have the bridge coming across and have a barn here. It could do with some way of transporting things. Because if everything's going to go into the closest barn, that's not a barn, that's a warehouse. People are not going to travel to get their food. It's a shame there's not maybe somebody working here that'll equalise things around, or a trader that travels between different areas or something like that. Okay, we're in early summer. We're going to get most of the resources for that soon. We'll probably have that up and running before winter, but it doesn't work in winter from what I know. Alright, so we got plenty of food in there. They've got tons of food. Yay! So this is ready. So we need hides and flax. We got plenty of hide. What's warm clothing need? Wool, is it? Yep. Okay. Well, we gotta wait for the farmer to remove all this first. How are we doing here? I think John was saying that once it's at a certain point, like now, they've planted everything. If I ask them to harvest, the rest of the stuff will carry on growing. But I wonder, I mean it's raining now, so the hydration is going to go up. If I did that, and for whatever reason it was a dry season and that dropped, would I start losing crops? I'm not too sure. Again, I could tell this one to harvest now as well. I'm going to do that. Let me know what you think about that theory. I mean, it's very rainy anyway, so this is going to... But then if it gets too wet is a bad thing as well, so... So how many's in there? 7. So we're talking about 1,400 potatoes and we've got 200. So if we end up with about 1,600, give or take, because people will be eating them. Let's say 1,500 to be safe. Then we know that that was roughly a fine thing to do. A building's on fire. Oh no. Running around like a panic. What'd you do? There's someone... Aha. Let's slow it down. Where's the well? Okay. Are they gonna rescue it? Because that looks like a serious fire. And this person doesn't quite know what to do with themselves. Let me take the hunter away for a second. Maybe she'll do something about the fire. No? Just walk away casually like, no, it wasn't me. I didn't cause the fire. Wow, she's probably running away. Yeah, it was definitely her. Stella is now the arsonist of the town. She's not going to go and get a bucket to rescue the building that she worked in. It's probably going to go and chop a tree or something. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, she's killed something. That's really funny. Let's speed it up. Let's see what happens to the building. Judging by the flames, is it destroyed? It's not. Huh. Oh, it does look a little bit damaged. Oh, there you go. There's somebody coming along to replace it. It has been, it's not the same looking building. But it doesn't tell me what needs to go in there to repair it. Oh, she fixed it herself, did she? Whoa, stop. Alright, so the hunter fixed her own hunter's den. Well, that's interesting. How are we doing over here? So we just need a little bit of hay and a little bit of stone. There's some hay lingering around there and some stone as well. As soon as these guys have finished, I'm wondering if we might get a little bit of grass put in here for hay. I'll probably reassign everybody else. Let me speed it back up again. Let's go for times 10. Because it would be nice to get someone working in there, and it'll have to be the farmer from here, I think. And they're almost finished. I think we could definitely, in the winter as well, maybe try and put roads everywhere and just see how it works. And if we can do it, I mean, even stone roads, we definitely need to put one coming out here. And I'm going to spend time watching it, but I think it's going to be like a diagonal that they're going to walk. Okay, this is almost done. Anytime now. And the other ones are not far off. So we got 800 so far of the potatoes. Flax, we've got a ton of it. I think this might be the last trip. Yep, because they walked off and gathered some stone as well. So we'll take one farmer out of there. We'll pause it so I remember, and then we will make a weaver, which is that one. Wait a minute. Where did that farmer go? 2 people. Oh, they're still assigned as a farmer. There we go. 1 person. Now, we should start getting some clothes. Which one's the weaver? That one. Excellent. There we go. Some hide has just got in there. Brilliant. How are we doing here? That's finished as well. So before they start growing anything again, I think grass, that's normal growing. Potato is normal. Wheat, normal. Oats, fast. Huh. Okay. I reckon, yeah, we'll grow some grass. We won't go for a lot because I know we haven't got a lot of time. But just to get some to store away would be quite useful. How are we doing over here? Almost there. Excellent. So I'm guessing, yeah, we got some cloves already, which they're not going to last very long. I think as soon as they land. And that's interesting. Why are the tools and cloves not in the warehouse? Why are they in the barn? Considering the barn has food mostly. I find that quite interesting. Okay, so we've got 2 in there. I might assign another farmer to that field and put the other one elsewhere. And as it's summer, I might put them into the forestry building to kind of build up our wood a little bit, so we can keep this. Where is it gone? To keep the lumberjack going. Although, let's pause the game. We need 125. Oh, 170. 40 hay. I'm not going to upgrade that until I've got the materials, because I want it to happen really quickly. Right, that one's done, so let's take 1 farmer away. In fact, I could have just hit the pause button, I didn't need to do that. Make that one. Oh, you can't do it as free. Okay. No problem. So, we'll do 1 person in there. I could do fish, but I don't think we need to. So we got 1200. So that's a little bit less. I know people were taking food. I don't think they would have taken that much. So I guess you do have to wait really until it's finished. Because we've only shorted ourselves a couple of 100 potatoes, but that could make the difference. I think we'll assign a spare person to be a builder, because they'll go and gather resources if they're not building. There There we go. So we're going to definitely gather a lot of logs. Need one more bit of hay. In fact, let me slow the game down. Come on, there's got to be a bit of grass around here. There we are. Hopefully someone will come and get that shortly. If I can't control somebody to do it. I think definitely a road would be a good idea as well. I'd like to do the paved road, but I haven't really got the stone for that. How do you can't make the road go diagonal? Huh. That's a little bit frustrating. What have we got here? That's the bridges. I think if we run the road from there to there. I mean, I could probably, if I did stuff like this. But the question is, would they actually, if I put the road in straight, would they just take it anyway? Let's do something like that. Let's see what happens. I'll do a road from there to there. Can't go through there. Gonna keep the builders busy over winter, that's for sure. Okay, we're in early fall. How are we doing here? Nothing yet. Oh no. I think I might have... Yeah, I think I might have made a mistake there. We'll soon see. That looks like the top of that's been burnt down. It doesn't quite look right. Where's the building? Aha. Here comes the hay. Fantastic. So we can get... Oh, here we go. I think... when that gets to about 50, I think I'm going to ask them to start gathering it. Because I'm conscious that as soon as the temperature drops, we're going to lose everything. And just having 50 in here ready to go would be quite useful. There we go. Child Anna is grown up and ready to study. Maybe a school would be a good idea as well. I don't know what difference it makes, but as you can't really use them as a teenager, they may as well study. I think we've got plenty of food. Are we full now? 6 of 6. 3 of 3. 3 of 3. Excellent. Oh, there we go. So it's still going up as they're farming. But it's not moistured, so some of it's probably going to die anyway. I think that's going to be fairly useful. What did we need to upgrade this again? So we've got the wood, we've got the straw, it's like clay, and stone. I think a stone mine is in order, isn't it? Because at least it's just constantly coming in. What does that take? It takes an awful lot of logs. I think that's probably going to be the best area. At least the area that's close by. I mean, there is, but I can't remove that house. So what was it? 4287. How many... thing is, that's going to take an awful lot of our wood. But we're going to have some farmers spare in a minute. Although there's 2 in there, and they're going to become fishermen. At least once the temperature drops. But then again, if I'd have upgraded the lumberjack, we'd get more bang for our buck. Okay, the gatherer is ready, but I'm not too fussed about that. Because we're coming up to winter, I'm pretty sure it doesn't work in the winter, so we can leave that ready for next season. Ah, here we go. Frost has hit, or it's about to. It's getting a bit too cold. I think it's once it hits 0, or minus maybe. But we've got quite a bit now, a bit of hay there, it's quite good. I think actually once they've finished, we might have them chopping down some trees. Where's the pie? So all the pie is gone. Oh no, we've still got this one. We've still got fish pie. Almost done. And as soon as they're done, we will unassign. Well, actually, we'll pause the building. There you go, off and take the stuff. They dropped it, so we will unassign the 2 farmers. And well, I could put one of them in there for now, and then have the spare one. Just halving some of the local trees. Is that the wow? That is a lot. I don't even think they'll be able to do it. Although the builders won't be doing much. Let me pause the quarry. Because we're not that far off having the logs to do it. So the builders, I'm hoping, will go and actually chop some trees down. Where are you off? There you go. Oh no, they're going to build the road, aren't they? Completely forgot about that. Where's Andred off? Should we get some food for home? And Vaughan is probably going to continue building the road, seeing as that's what they've been doing. Let's have a look. Yep. That's a long way to walk just to hammer once or twice. How are we doing with cloves? It's in this one, isn't it? Oh, we got loads spare. We're running out of hide, but still, I think it's going to cover us for a little bit, isn't it? I think we're at the point, almost. We'll go through the winter and we'll see how we do. Like, we've used half of our fish already. And we've used a few hundred potatoes. It's a bit scary, really, isn't it? Oh, we've got a spare person. Let's start the fishing, because we've got some fish in there straight away. They were originally chopping trees, I guess, but they've got all winter to do it. How are we doing over here? There's not many trees at the moment. Child Alec has grown up. Fantastic. Food is scary. How quick they're going through it, considering how much we had. My god. I think we actually need to assign another fisher person. Because they're really going through that very quickly. Here comes the first snow. I always loved the first snow of a year. Snow's a bit strange in the UK. We don't tend to get it that much anymore. I'm just looking at this, and was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday morning. So I was driving to work. I've been taking motorways recently. And it was kind of like this. As I went up over like a high point and looked out, you could see it just like that. And it is really realistic when I think about it. As frustrating as it kind of is, maybe from a gameplay point of view, it does look so real. I wish I could have grabbed my phone and took a picture of it, but the speed I was driving, it probably wouldn't have been safe. And it just kind of burn off as the day goes by. Oh, okay. So we've got people fishing now. As long as things kind of stay level, but I still don't think we're producing enough food, and that's the sole reason I've not expanded. I'm not sure what food to do next. I know we've got this, so I could invest some people into that. But do we need another production building? Do we need to make pies, or do we need more fields? Let me know, because I'm quite interested. I know a few people have said gatherers' huts, I've been told the bakery. But it'd be nice to have certain things going that I'm not micromanaging too much. 387. What was it we needed? 500. Are they still building roads? Yep. That in itself is really going to help in the movement of people, as long as they follow the roads, because they just walk whatever way they want to go. And I can't do a diagonal road this way, so I'm not quite sure how it would work. The snow makes it easier to see where people are, that's for sure. Are both builders over here? There's one, and yeah. So roads are really keeping them busy. Why is the hunter not doing anything? There mustn't be anything for them to get. Which there isn't. Oh, there's a fox up there. I think she just got it. So she got to wait for them to kind of cross into the land, which is a little bit frustrating. Almost as frustrating as watching them build roads. And the question is, did they build this bit down here first? Because I can't really see it. Okay. I think that one just planted a tree. Now they're going to chop a tree. Excellent. Where are you off on? Oh, so they've not finished the road there. Oh, blimey. It takes them so long. Alright, I think I'm going to leave this episode right here. I think we've done alright. We've produced quite a bit of food. And it's still there. It has dropped a bit, but I think now the fishermen are going, this is kind of holding its own just about. And we've still got the bread, which is probably rather stale by now. But, yeah, I'm quite happy with it. So, until next time, as always, take care.